The Ford Division presents the 1962 Thunderbird. Traditional hardtop and convertible. And for 1962, there are two new Thunderbird models. The first is this Landau model featuring a new black or white grained vinyl roof cover and special chrome trim ornamentation. The second new Thunderbird for 1962, the Sports Roadster with tonneau cover. The special removable cover is molded fiberglass, and even though it is fitted to the driver's seat and front passenger seat, the convertible top will still operate. Wire spoke wheels and simulated knockoff hubcaps set this car off for the sports car-minded prospect. A special exterior emblem on the front fender carries the model name for all to see. There's an assist bar for the convenience of the front seat passenger. Another special feature of the Sports Roadster, dual headrests for short or long distance comfort. These two are new Thunderbirds for 1962. They're limited production models for prospects who will enjoy something different in good driving. But in all four Thunderbirds, there are a number of significant features, old and new, and improvements in the 62s that'll appeal to any Thunderbird prospect. As we go around the car, keep quality in mind, because with all of the improvements made over last year's models, the 1962 Thunderbird rivals and in many cases is superior to the most expensive American luxury cars. At the front, last year's fashionable styling is continued, but is made even more modern looking by the new heavy gauge grille with its square block design. Underneath the hood, improvements have made the Thunderbird's famous short-stroke, low-friction 390 cubic inch engine even better this year than it was in 1961. Here's the brand new 30,000-mile disposable fuel filter that keeps water and foreign particles from entering the engine to make sure of proper combustion at any speed. The engine's 4-barrel carburetor has 13 improvements over last year to provide greater smoothness at idle, cruising, or for a fast passing spurt. Something else that's new, this water-warmed carburetor spacer helps keep temperatures lower in the crankcase for better oil life. This feature, with the engine's full-flow oil filter, now makes it possible to extend oil changes from 4,000 to 6,000 mile intervals, from 3 times to only twice a year. A decided maintenance convenience for any owner. And here's more convenience inside the radiator. The coolant now needs changing only once every 2 years or 30,000 miles, whichever occurs first. And the engine is protected to as low as 35 degrees below zero. The radiator itself has been vastly improved over 1961. Stronger construction with heavier gauge surge tanks greatly minimizes the possibility of leaks. And a new recirculation baffle means cooler engine operation at idling speed, especially with air conditioning. There are improvements too in Thunderbird's braking system. A new type of lining, more durable than last year's and highly fade resistant, recovers faster for smooth, sure braking. A new larger master cylinder, for instance, reduces pedal effort, yet increases braking power. And power brakes are standard equipment on this automobile for safety and less tiring driving. Front brake drums are specially heat treated this year, so they'll stay truly round, give more uniform braking and quieter operation. But besides that, the self-adjustment feature has been retained for 1962. There's always full brake pedal height for positive stops, and the inconvenience of mechanical adjustments is eliminated for the life of the linings. There's a final feature at the front that's brand new. Front wheel bearings are lubricated for 30,000 miles. That's made possible by new and improved seals. The bearings themselves are also larger than they were last year for longer life. Now, at the side, the Thunderbird's low center of gravity is especially evident. It lessens any tendency to lean, improves safety, and is made possible by the car's rigid one-piece unitized construction. And talk about quality of construction. More than 5,000 individual gas and arc welds tighten the car, strengthen it, prevent rattles and squeaks. New steel reinforcement adds to the 62 body's rigidity and strength. Spare tire well reinforcing, floor pan reinforcing. Those are just examples of greater strength for 1962. Altogether, 52 pounds of new supporting members make the 1962 Thunderbird more durable than ever. But it isn't enough that the body by itself is the best that can be made. Each Thunderbird body is double protected against rust and corrosion. Before assembly, these body members are galvanized, treated to a thick coating of zinc. After assembly, the body gets its second treatment, dipping in a zinc-rich bath. Few other cars are so thoroughly, so carefully protected. Then comes a painting process that even some of the world's most expensive cars can't match. The Thunderbird gets 3 primer coats, with hand sanding after each. 3 primer coats, followed with 2 finish coats of a carefully sprayed, hard, durable enamel that never needs waxing. Beautiful? Yes, but a mark of exceptional quality and protection for the car's beauty too. But it's this special zinc-coated treatment of such parts as rocker panels and floor pans that helps to stand the brunt of attack from water, slush, and salt. So it's given a third layer of protection, a heavy undercoating that's a quality exclusive in the Thunderbird's price class. So you can see, with unitized body, with thorough rust-proofing, and with a tough outer skin of enamel, durability and new 1962 Thunderbird quality go hand in hand. Speaking of newness, at the side of the 1962 Thunderbird, the new fender ornamentation is a distinct change over 1961 for style-conscious prospects. Around at the rear, new taillights for 62 with larger lenses add to the car's appearance. Under the rear deck lid, the convenience of the light has been retained in the Thunderbird's fully lined and insulated trunk. There's a big change in the famous Thunderbird dual mufflers, which now contain both stainless steel and aluminized steel components for longer life than with any previous Thunderbird mufflers. Before you get into the car, let's talk about the lock mechanisms in the 1962 models. They're now dipped in a special grease to prevent freeze-up. In any kind of weather, however, all windows work better than they ever have before. Both side and vent window channels are completely redesigned for smoother, more effortless operation. There's room to get in and get out effortlessly too, with these wide, completely unobstructed door openings. They're over 4 feet wide and 3 feet high. Inside, there are changes in the Thunderbird's unique swing-away steering wheel, which is standard equipment this year. For 1962, the whole steering column has been reinforced to make it even stronger and more stable than it was in 1961. Color in the wheel is permanent now too, not just painted over hard rubber. For 1962, it's solid tenite with solid color all the way through. Cruise-o-matic, power steering and power brakes are standard equipment to make driving and control as safe, effortless and comfortable as possible. When the parking brake is on, the familiar parking brake light flashes red on the instrument panel, where all instruments and controls are placed so they're easy to read, easy to reach with a quick, sure movement. For night driving, improvements in lighting and instrument visibility add safety and convenience to the 1962 Thunderbird. Temperature or optional air conditioning controls are on the console, convenient to both driver and passenger. So are cigarette lighter, illuminated ashtray, and large illuminated glove box. Above the console, the Thunderbird's transistorized radio gives instant reception and volume. No warm-up. Quality is certainly a part of this new model's interior. Take carpeting. Last year, the Thunderbird's carpeting was all rayon, but this year's improved carpeting has nylon added to make it wear better and last longer. 62 carpeting is all factory installed too, for a snug, smooth fit. And take front compartment heel pads. They were rubber in 1961. For 1962, they're made of tough vinyl to stand up under hard use much longer. And there's quality in the vinyl trim and vinyl upholstery, for instance. It's not only good looking, it's thicker than it was for 61. It's more durable and keeps its fresh, good looks longer. For the style-conscious prospect, there is a wide choice of upholstery material and vinyls to choose from. And for 1962, genuine leather in the cushion inserts and bolsters is again available as an option. But you can't see one of the 1962 Thunderbird's most important comfort features, the luxury sound of silence. It's built in with generous use of sound-deadening materials. Sheet aluminum insulation, thick fiber and mastic felt, undercoating, fiberglass. And for 1962, there are 44 more pounds of sound insulation than in last year's Thunderbird. It's been added under the hood to wheel houses, dash, instrument panel, passenger and trunk floors, to roof panels and rails, to the package tray and to quarter panels. It's been added to make Thunderbird quality something you can't hear in 1962. The 1962 luxury sound of silence. We've talked about features. We've talked about quality, but it's the proof of quality that counts. That's why every new Thunderbird is thoroughly customer tested, with each car getting individual attention. For instance, in this water test, every single new Thunderbird goes through a man-made cloudburst, sort of a needle shower with thousands of wet probes searching for leaks. In this test, a drop of water is considered a leak. Then, every car is actually driven on the Thunderbird Assembly Plant's special new car test track. Every car must pass this final examination in quality, or it is not approved for shipment. There are several things about the 1962 Thunderbird that can't be described. They have to be experienced, as they are here on the test track. You can say that improved limit control shock absorbers for 1962 are chrome-plated for longer life, but you can only experience the way they keep the car level, the way they smooth bumps, and the way they give the car a comfortable, natural stability. What about suspension, front and rear? Rubber bushings and spring mounting pads are larger this year than last to increase the Thunderbird's ability to smooth out the shock of a road like this. But that's something you have to experience. Do it. Drive the 1962 Thunderbird yourself. Let the new Thunderbird sell you on its improvements, its newness, its quality. Then give it a chance to sell every prospect, to prove itself, to convince them that the 1962 Thunderbird is the finest automobile of its kind anywhere in the world.